Yes, my people, it's your boy VRD back on the suffragette line, back with another video. I'm messing up my intro. Back on the, no, this isn't even the suffragette line. Oh my goodness. Back on the mild May line, of course. So what else? What else would I honestly be making content on? Let's be honest. Going to be taking service to November 36, which is the Richmond to Stratford service from Willesden Junction over to Stratford. So without further ado, let's get into this. Someone in my comments on one of my old videos told me that I need to stop saying without further ado, but I still always say it for some reason. Yeah, let's get into this. I'm gonna try to take it a lot more seriously. I'm gonna try to keep the time and not speed and stuff, things like that, and brake properly as well, whilst also simultaneously noting the taking note of the braking points for the stations and the speed limits. You know how it is. What we did in the other direction yesterday. If you saw that video, go watch that at some point. You can either watch it now or watch this first. Who cares, man? I'm taking ages. Let's just do this, man. So gonna set our DRA straight away. Get our relative safety systems in. I'm trying to be nice and quick here. Very nice and quick. Master key on. Reversal, neutral, AWS reset. Get those doors open straight away so it can get through the loading sequence. We do have a green signal, so I am going to reset the driver reminder appliance. Headlights, we'll set that to day running very quickly. I said very quickly as if it's as if there's some sort of event in a parallel universe where doing this would take significantly longer. Like, I'm literally just flicking a switch, and for some reason I said very quickly. Yeah. All right, let's get our. Oh, this is an awkward angle, isn't it? We might have to do a bit of trespassing. I mean, I am a train driver, so I'm not really trespassing, am I? This is very awkward. Hold on. I might just have to sit in the driver's seat and do it like that. Yeah, that should do it. Um, right, we got about 7 seconds until our scheduled departure time. Yep, there we are. The muscle memory is bringing me over here to use these buttons, but uh, as you guys know, that's not possible. Check out my other videos on this route if you want to know why. But yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Next station, Kensal Rise. Are we all good to go? Yes, we are. Speed limit out of here is 20. I feel like I've forgotten to do something because there's something that I forgot to. I mean, my headlights are set, so that's really and truly that's all that matters, man. Anything else isn't really too relevant. All right, speed limit 20. We are on a downward one in. It's one in 124 now, but it was steeper than that a second ago. I can't remember what it was. I think it was one in 90 or something. And it's just suddenly changed to an uphill, an upward gradient. So we're gonna get our power back in. Speed limit increasing to 35. Just waiting for the full length of our train to be clear of that. There we are. Let's get into notch 3 of power, up to 30, and then we'll do our little running brake test. So if my memory serves me correctly, you go up to 30, do the running brake test, and then by the time you've completed the running brake test and accelerated back up to 35, the speed limit will be 45. Uh, I didn't even see the 45 board, but we'll we'll just use that bridge as the point where the speed goes up to 45. And we are still going uphill. I mean, the clue's in the name of the next station, Kensal Rise. You know, you're rising up to Kensal. Duh. Right, where are we gonna get the brakes in for Kensal Rise? We've got this left-hand bend. A bit of a dodgy one, this. Oof. And then the gradient goes, it changes to a downhill gradient just before the platform, so we'll keep that in mind as well. There wasn't really a landmark that I could use. We just have to remember the signal and then the left hand bend. I guess it's midway through the left hand bend. It's I guess, yeah. Let's have a nice and accurate stop. Close enough, right? Let me have a sip of my coffee. I'm recording a lot of these videos after work now, whereas before I used to record them before work. So yeah, I require a lot of caffeine to remain alert. We're already running significantly late. I don't know why. Possibly because of the running break test, but we'll claw back time somehow. Where there's will, there's a way. Next station is. I'm trying not to look. I'm trying to remember. Um, I'm trying to remember off by heart. What was after Kensal Rise? It was Braunsbury Park. Yes, then Braunsbury, then West. Oh, I can't even remember. Was it West Hampstead or something? I don't know. Right, up to 45. We're on a downward gradient. We've got a signal. And we're going uphill now. So signal. Another left hand bend. So similar to the approach to Kensal Rise. And then, to be honest, because it's a left hand bend, you can see the platform from quite a way away. What braking step am I in? Oh, at brake step 2. Also, it's about a 20 to 25 mile an hour entry speed. Actually, we're going uphill, so 25 to 30 would have done us perfectly here. The gradients on this route are weird. It's like I'm going over a mountain range or something. uh, yeah, it's very bad jumping in and out of brake step 1 like that. That is terrible. Right, here we are. If I just accidentally referred to this station as Kensal Rise, I apologise. I meant to say Braunsbury Park, but I can't even remember. How are we looking on time? A minute late. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Trying to get into the habit of looking at these monitors as well, just to build up good muscle memory and all of that. It's not necessary, of course, but just something I like to do, just for a bit more immersion. Next station is Braunsbury. So once again, we got a signal, very short signal sections, I must say, or block sections, or whatever you call them. Yeah, I'd probably want to brake at. So slightly after the signal. So far, it's the braking points have been slightly after, about probably 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds after passing the signal, midway between the two stations. Then we had 2 left-hand bends, and we've now just had a right-hand bend on the approaches. It is a really nice route, I must say so myself. Also, guys, there's something something I need to talk about. So I might talk about it at the end of the video, in fact, because it's a very high workload at the moment. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to squeeze that in now. All right, next station is West Hampstead, so I was correct about that. You're trapped in the video now because you wanna hear what I wanted to talk about. So now you have to wait until the end. I mean, you could skip to the end, but then maybe I'm not gonna say it at the end. Maybe I might be cheeky and say it midway through the video or something. You never know. So now you have to watch the video in its entirety to find out. I'm getting distracted. Right, signal. It's honestly just like a bit of in terms of the signal sections, it's like the old school semaphore signaling system where you got the home signal, the distance signal, home signal. At what train is that? Is that a 72 stock? Oh dear, I can hear a 72 stock at West Hampstead. Oh my goodness, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Oh, what was I talking about? Yeah, so it's like the old school semaphore signals where you got the signal at the start of the platform and then the signal in between and the signal at the next station. That was more or less how they did it back in the day. I'm noticing a similar pattern here because the stations are quite close together, to be honest. Yeah, very interesting indeed. Next station is Finchley Road and Frognall. Speed limit's still 45. It doesn't go down to 45 until Gospel Oak. Got the 20 on the approach to Gospel Oak, then it goes back up to 45. Then I can't for the life of me remember where it is after that. I'm gonna be so honest. It's more or less when you come across the first signal after departing from the station, just be prepared to brake. That's more or less the vibe I'm getting, if I'm being honest. That's literally what it's been so far. And I'm planning on doing nighttime runs on this as well. That's gonna be like a kind of final test thing. I think I'll do a HUD-Less daytime run and then a HUD-Less nighttime run, and that's when I'll consider myself certified on this route if I'm able to do that successfully. I feel like the nighttime runs are going to be easier because you've got the illuminated platforms, so you're technically going to be able to see the platforms from further out than you would be able to during the day. Depends on how good your graphics are, of course. But for me, because I sit quite far away from my TV, I'm using quite an old TV, so it's not too it's I'm not able to see the platforms from until I'm quite close to them during the day. That is, during the night the platforms obviously illuminated. Oh, this is the station that I overshot yesterday. I severely embarrassed myself yesterday, I can't lie. Right, Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath is the next station. And I do, in fact, remember the breaking point for Hampstead Heath, funnily enough, because it's such a it's because of its similarities to Kensal Green on the Bakerloo line. But it's as you exit the tunnel. In the other direction, it's slightly before you exit the tunnel, and that has been burned into my memory. But yeah, in this direction, it's as you exit the tunnel. We got a low adhesion symbol there, so I should probably show that a bit of respect and not brake too late or too hard. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And Gospel Oak is the next station, and I can tell because of the 20 limit. So we'll keep an eye out for the breaking point. Not keep an eye out, but we'll try to remember to take note of the breaking point for the 20 limit on the approach to Gospel Oak. Oh, slipping. That is a really that is new. I'm really pleased to see that. Do you know what it is? I had the wetness on 0%, and as you can see, it's a sunny day. So the fact that the train was slipping tells me that the low adhesion has actually been programmed onto the tracks in the route. Um, Low adhesion's been programmed into the route, which seems to be a first. I might be incorrect. I forgot to pay attention to the 20 limit, but it's pretty simple to be honest. Right hand bend signal, dead simple, man. Look at that. That was satisfying. The moment the current speed limit changed to 20 on the HUD, the current speed changed to 20 as well. Although I just exceeded it, so it's not so satisfying anymore. Glad to see a 710 in the Bay platform this time. That is close to the buffers, isn't it? Also, was that the 5 car variant or the 4 car variant? I couldn't even tell. I do kind of want to go back on the suffragette line. I feel like I might. This is why I need to start live streaming. I need to build up my subscriber count. I think when I get to 500 subscribers, I will actually start. Sorry, again, my controller not responding. Yeah, when I reach 500 subscribers, I do think I will actually begin to live stream, because because then I can do some route hopping. Like, imagine doing a little shift on this route. You start out at, I don't know, Stratford, up to Willesden, back to here, get out, hop over to the suffragette line, down to Riverside, up to here, maybe back down to Riverside, up to here, come back here, down to Stratford. Yeah, you got quite a bit of variety. Anyway, enough waffling. Speed limit is still 20, going up to 45 quite quickly. I can see another 20 limit in the distance. I don't know why. So let's hang about in notch 2 of power for now. Actually, let me reduce that to notch 1 just to give us a bit of time to be clear of the 45 limit. The 45 board, I should say. Oh, come on, man. Thank you. I need to remember that we're 5 carriages long. It feels like I'm driving a 4 car, but it's actually a 5 car. it feels a bit weird coming through here. Is it? Are you sure the speed limit's 45? 45 feels a bit fast. All right, this is similar to you're way too fast coming into here. Give it a bit of break. Step 3. So that approach is similar to, I think it's Walthamstow. Not Walthamstow. That way off. I must have said Walthamstow. Leighton Midland Road. Similar approach to Leighton Midland Road, where you're on the viaduct and you got the left-hand bend, and then you're counting the bridges. So I'm gonna try adopt a similar technique there. To be honest, I'm just gonna say shortly after entering the left-hand bend for that one. My ability to stop accurately is just gone out the window. I don't know why. I think I need more caffeine. Damn, we actually made back time. We actually made back time. The draw distance on the BT tower is beautiful. I like the way it's I can never remember what you is it depth of field or something? When you see when something's so far away and it's a sunny day, so the color of it is faded, kind of. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know if you would call that depth of field or something, but yeah, very nice touch. It looks very realistic, I won't lie. I always forget that we got a 20 limit. I don't know why. Completely forgot about that. Camden Road. Okay, cool. There was something like this on the approach to, I think it's Hackney Wick as well. Like you got the 25 limit, like for that drags on for quite a while. See, I'm starting to remember the route, guys. I am starting to remember the route. I'm gonna. This is easy. This is the easiest. One of the easiest routes I've learned. See a 66 over there. What's new? What is new, man? Right. So Camden Road, Kentish Town, Gospel Oak, Hampstead Heath, Finchley Road and Frogmore, West Hampstead. I'm gonna try my best to rehearse the stations in order at the end of the video. I think I got 2 stations incorrect when I did it yesterday in the opposite direction, so let's hopefully I can get them all correct this time. I said rehearse the stations in order as well. I meant to say recite, not rehearse. Right, next station is Caledonian Road and Barnbury. Caledonian Road and Barnbury. See, I told you, this is a breeze. This is an absolute breeze. Speed limit is 20. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. Wait, what's going on over there? Is that? Oh, there's like the bridge is split into. I can't remember what you'd call that. Um, there's a word for that when you have like these things here, this blue thing. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, there was a rather tall one to my right, and it freaked me out a bit. Man, this 20 limit really drags on. What on earth what's going on here? If I'm being honest, I don't even think I need to write down notes. That's how easy this route is. I really don't think I need to write down notes. With the... Oh, this is that signal that confused me a bit. With the suffragette line, I think I began writing down notes. In one direction. Or did I... I think I did the entirety of the eastbound direction on the suffragette line. But I didn't do it in the westbound direction because I didn't need to. Like it's almost like once I memorized the eastbound direction, I was able to do it. It was easy for me to learn the westbound direction without needing to refer to notes. I don't know how, but yeah. Yeah, this is the bit that I'm not a fan of with this. The tight bends. Yeah, 40 seems way too fast coming around here. But it was a solo developer and he's new to the whole development game, so we're gonna let him off. Guys, it's his first route. It's his first route, guys. Be nice. No, all jokes aside, he's actually done a very good job. I think this is the Caledonia Road and Barnbury is the island platform, so we need to keep that in mind. Uh, there wasn't really a suitable landmark that I could use as a breaking point, but I can kind of memorize just how the landscape looks on the approach there, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then at night time, I should be able to see the lights of the station in the distance. Come on, man, please. Do you really think the drivers in real life are that fussed about this? I feel like it's just a me thing. I feel like drivers in real life aren't doing all this nonsense. Um, oops. Yeah, my graphics have gone out the window again. Oh dear. No, but I'm happy that the game shows a bit of initiative and tames down some of the textures a bit to maintain the frame rate. I am quite pleased about that. Um, I'd rather have dodgy textures than dodgy frame rates indeed. So I'm glad the game has chosen to do that. Right, next station is Highbury and Islington. Speed limit 40. So it was 20 and then it went up to 40, if I'm not mistaken. And then it should go up to 45 at Dalston Kingsland Road, which is in about 2 stations time, 3 stations from here. Whiplash. As I sip my coffee and approach Highbury and Islington are alarmingly fast, alarmingly fast speed. Give it a bit of brake step through there. Alarmingly high speed, not fast speed. I'm not sure what breaking point I used there. Um, the the um the trailing point was a pretty solid breaking point, or at least a good indication that I'm getting closer to the station. So we'll just say the trailing point that we passed over. I am quite keen to do a run out of the depot. I I do believe I haven't even looked at the map yet. I need to take a look at the map at some point. If I remember to do so, then I'll definitely do that at the end of the video. But I think Willesden Depot has been muddled on this, so if that is the case, I'm gonna try to do a run outside of the depot, out of the depot or into the depot, because I did see a couple of services on the service list that were coming out of Willesden Depot. It said Willesden TMD to Stratford or whatever, so that's something I'm definitely interested in. I wonder where that comes from. Right, next station is Canterbury as we drastically exceed the speed limit. Braking point for Canterbury. Alright, there was an overbridge, but it's more of a it's kind of a line of sight thing coming into Canterbury. I think it's the same in the other direction as well. Canterbury is definitely more of a line of sight kind of station. If it was foggy, however, you will just remember that there was an overbridge, and then you just get the brakes in about 3 seconds after passing that. Brake step 3, please. You're not trying to slow down, are you? No, not at all. Right, there we are. And then yes, I was correct. It goes up to 45 at Dalston Kingsland, which is the next station. And then after that, it is after Dalston Kingsland we have Hackney Central, Homerton. Then we have a 25 for the approach into Hackney Wick. And then after Hackney Wick, it's Stratford. But I can't for the life of me remember the approach into Stratford. There was way too many speed limit changes. I need to try and memorize that. But we should have these. We'll have the cautionary signals to help us. So yeah, quite a quick run. It doesn't really take too long. Right, banner repeater, signal, and there goes my neck. We'll break it. We'll use the signal as the breaking point for Dalston Kingsland. Slightly on the early side, maybe. Yeah, maybe not the signal itself, but slightly afterwards, as usual. So you need to remember severe whiplash, neck injury, signal, and then count to 4 or 5, and then get the bracing. It is a downward gradient though, so keep that in mind as well. I love the sounds. The sounds on the electro stars in this game, especially when they're slowing down. It really it feels really immersive. I don't know why. Just the way you can hear the motors winding down. I love it when you hear that, like just before it comes to a stand. It sounds so much like the real thing. It's unreal. Uh, we're good to go. Our speed limit is now 45. Next station is Homerton. Homerton. Hackney Central. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. No, I knew that. I knew that. I thought I was at Hackney Central already. Okay, no, all right, I was wrong. I take full accountability. I was wrong. There we go. Hackney Central, Homerton, Hackney Wick, not Hampton Wick. There is a station called Hampton Wick though. Funnily enough, Hackney Wick and then Stratford. Alright, this seems to be the longest distance between any two stations on this route. Uh, long straight section. Signal again. You can see the platforms coming up in the distance, but we'll just keep in mind that we got a long. I think there might have been two signal spacings between those two stations, but I'll watch it back if I need to. But yeah, again, just the signal and then shortly after the signal. I can imagine. I can imagine like a driving instructor that sitting in the that seat there. I don't want to call it what it used to be called because I'm gonna get flamed. But yeah, I can imagine like an instructor driver just there saying, "Oh, shortly after the signal, there's a signal. Count to three, then get the brakes in. Again, shortly after the signal." Yeah, there's just. I thought that's a reoccurring theme when learning when learning this route. Oh dear. Alright, there we are. And we're actually keeping to time. Despite my very sluggish driving, sluggish approach speeds, we're somehow keeping to time, which is impressive. Very impressive indeed. Next station is Homerton. Homerton B. Unknown. No, I'm joking. I had to, man. I had to. Ooh, we're slipping. Right, what is the breaking point for Homerton Station? So there's our signal. Gradient levels off. Platforms appear in the distance, and we get the brakes in. That's a bit disorienting, if I may say so myself. I couldn't tell where the platform actually starts, but it's okay, cool. We'll be a bit cautious with this one. There's our 25 limit in the distance over there. So so far, there's only been three major drops in the speed limit. You have the approach to Gospel Oak. Then you have the other 20 limit. Um, that I can't remember what station that was. Was it Kentish Town? I can't remember. I need to go back and watch. And then we've got this 25 limit. I know it was Camden Road actually, not Kentish Town. Camden Road was the other one. Right, next station, Hackney Wick. Right, we're going downhill, so we're gonna shut off the power at about 40 miles an hour, just let gravity do its thing. Also, keeping in mind that we got our 25 limit coming up, so let's try to think about where we're gonna get the brakes in for that. We've got this signal here with its position 4 junction thing. Gonna get the brakes in from now because I'm scared, but still thinking about landmarks that I could use as a form of reference. It is useful having the 25 board be attached to the signal. That is extremely useful, in fact. So we'll just say midway through the right hand bend. Yeah, midway through the right hand bend, and then you've got the. It kind of reminds me of I doubt many of you are gonna know about this, but you know between Reigate and Red Hill where you have to slow down from like 70 miles an hour or something for the 20 limit. It's kind of like that. Like you've just there's no solid landmarks that you can use. You just have to put the brakes on in the middle of nowhere. But you're sort of counting how you're counting to five or something after passing beneath an overbridge. So that yeah, we've got a similar situation with that 25 limit there. Like you're just using distance perception after entering the right hand bend and passing the signal. Stop! Right, here we are. Not Homerton. Hackney Wick. Hackney Wick, my people. Hackney Wick. And we're early. Next and final station will be Stratford. Right, so speed limit is currently 45, so let me chill out. I'm here whacking the thing straight into notch 4. Did I say 45? I meant to say 25. I think I might have said 45 by accident. Alright, speed limit goes up to 40, then down to 20. Okay. If you say so. And then we're dropping down into Stratford. It's a downward gradient. I don't think it's gonna. It might turn into an upward gradient for the final climb into the platform, maybe. But that 15 board scared the life out of me. But it also serves as a good point of reference for where we need to get the brakes in for the 20 limit. So yeah. And it seems that the 20 board is going to be attached to this signal here, or it's right next to it. So again, very useful. I love it when you have the speed limits and the signals next to each other. Easy work, man. Easy work. So I need to remember the thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, and if you have watched the video up until this point from the start, I love you. Um, so I need to talk about what I was going to talk about and look at the map and also recite these stations in order, which I think I am going to get right this time. So we've been cleared into platform 1. Speed limit does go down to 15, so we're gonna. Yeah, I had the feeling it was gonna be a final climb into the platform. It's always the case. It's just always the case. Um, yeah, we're gonna let gravity bring us down to about 12 or 10, and just give it bursts of not trying to power to maintain 15. Cause see a 7. I think that's a 7. Oh my gosh, what train is that? It's not a 745. What train is it? What train is it? 345. No, that is a 745. Sorry, the 345 is the Elizabeth line one. Let's bring it down to 10. I don't even know if there's TPWS grids on this route, but still, we're gonna drive realistically and sensibly. Was there a? Oh, we've just flown right past it. How embarrassing. Oh dear. Right. Brake step 3, neutral, set on DRA, door release on the right. Reverser to off, master key out. Tail lights are in auto, headlights off. Right. We'll wait for this to go through its little sequence. Oh, it's telling me to lock the doors. Oh, really, man? Really? Really? Oh, I wanna check something. Is this open? No, it doesn't open. That would have been very cool, but no. Um, I can see a 745. Let's have a look at the 745. Very nice indeed. The interior isn't too nice. Not really like. I mean, they done what they could. They done what they could. It's obviously not as bad as the Why is the the person in the back? It's not as bad as the 72 stock on the central line, which I promised I wouldn't go on about. Right. I'm actually gonna return to the cab because it's a bit loud out here and I don't like it. Yeah, nice and quiet in here. My type of environment. The graphics are ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I hope there's some sort of patch or update that comes out um very quickly that solves some of these issues. Right, stations. Willesden Junction, Kensal Rise, Bronsbury Park, Bronsbury, West Hampstead, Finchley Road and Frognall, Hampstead Heath, Gospel Oak, Kentish Town, Camden Road, Caledonia Road and Barnbury, High... Wait. No, Highbury and Islington, that is correct. Canterbury, Dalston Kingsland, Hackney Central, Homerton, Hackney Wick, Stratford. Let's see if I got it right. I hate the way it takes long to scroll up. Like surely there's a quicker way to do this. Um, right. So, Willesden Junction, Kensal, right? Bronsby Park, Bronsby, West Hampstead, Finchley Road and Frognall, Hampstead Heath, Gospel Oak, Kentish Town, Camden Road, Caledonia Road and Barnsley, Highbury, Islington, Canterbury. Is it Barnsbury or Barnsbury? Barnsbury. I need to stop saying Barnbury. Canterbury, Dalston Kingsland, Hackney Central, Homer and Hackney Wick, Stratford. Yep, so I know all the stations off by heart now. Brilliant. Perfect. See, when you force yourself to actually remember things, it's a lot easier to remember them than just hoping for the best. So the thing I wanted to talk about, there was someone who commented on my first look video, my first look at the 378. It was quite a long-winded comment, so it wasn't a comment that I could just literally reply to and say thanks for the support like I normally do. This is a comment that I actually needed to take the time and read and give it the long-winded reply it deserves. So I saw the comment when it was made. The notification popped up on my phone. I gave it a brief read, but I didn't have the time to reply to it. I am a busy man. I am a very busy man. So I think I don't even think it was 24 hours that had passed. I think it was about maybe 18, 19 hours past. I obviously uploaded the second video. What I suspect is that the person that commented saw that I uploaded the second video, but I hadn't responded to their comment yet. So they probably thought that I purposefully ignored their comment, which wasn't the case. I was always planning on replying to their comment, but I just needed to find the time to do so. It sounds like I'm making excuses, but seriously, like honestly, finding the time to reply to a comment is harder than it sounds if it's a long-winded reply. For me anyway. So the person decided to delete their comment. Guys, it's never that deep, man. Like, just I respond to everyone, and I will respond to everyone until there's so much people commenting on my channel that it becomes impossible to respond to everyone. And even then, I'll still respond to some people. Like, I'll respond to whoever I can respond to. Like, there will never be a point where I'm ignoring all my comments. Like, I'm not that guy, and I always try to respond to people. If you've ever commented on my videos and I haven't responded to you, it's accidental. It is accidental. Like, that is literally me not even knowing that you commented. I would never see someone comment and not respond to them. That is rude. Even if it's just like a little one of the little reaction thumbs up things, that's still me responding to your comment. So guys, don't take it personally if I'm taking a while to respond to your video, or in the unlikely event that I don't respond. I said video, didn't I? Your comment. Even if I end up not responding to your comment, don't take it personally, please. Like, I honestly, I am a human being. I am a human being. But yeah, that was the first thing. That was the first thing. Uh, Second thing was the map. I just want to have a look at the map quickly. It's a very weird location. What is? Oh, that's this is Stratford International, isn't it? With our little two carriage DLR. That can't be right. That looks very wrong. I've never seen a two-car DLR in my life. I think this is a four-car, but it's just it appears to be a two-car on here for some reason. Uh, there's the Jubilee line area. Uh, what are these platforms over here? What are these meant to be? Oh look, neck and neck. Yo, what? Oh, there's probably, I think that's another DLR terminus maybe. Um, I don't know what I was doing going down there. Oh, we got Dalston Junction. Look at that. They actually modeled Dalston Junction. That's nice. We've got, what station is this? That is, what station is this? Is this King's Cross? Yeah, that's, yeah, King's Cross. I haven't seen it in I haven't seen it in this kind of, I haven't seen it in on a map before, so I wasn't used to it. We've got St Pancras here. I'm not sure what is that meant to be, the Thameslink line or something. Or, I don't know what that is. Oh, that is the Thameslink line. I didn't know it just like literally goes underneath, directly underneath like that. That's interesting. Then we got our, where does our line go? Okay, so we've got, listen, this is why the route is so like this is why it's such a demanding route. You've literally modeled all these other routes for the sake of AI, all these other stations and all of that. It's unnecessary. Like, what is this? Why is you've modeled so much of the Midland mainland? That is a long tunnel, I can't lie. Then we've got West Hampstead here. Um, is this our route? Yeah, this is our route. So I don't know what line this is. What line is this meant to be? Is this the Chiltern line? I think this is the Chiltern line. Yeah, it is actually. It is. Um, then yeah, down here to Woolsden. So this is Woolsden high level. So how do we? Okay, so we have to. How do you get into Woolsden Depot? That is interesting. Where's the way into Woolsden Depot? Yo, what? How'd you get in there? Wait. Hold on. How did the trains get into Woolsden Depot? Oh, okay, that is cheeky. That is very cheeky. It's a little tiny thing here. Is that it? It's just that little, there's no other. Yeah, this is the West Coast main line entrance there. So from this side is literally this. So they have to shunt into the Bay platform at Woolsden Junction and then come back. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We'll definitely try that out at some point. And then we've got the. I don't even know what is the purpose of all this. What is this? What's all this? Wait, wait, that's the. This is the Great Western line. Why have you bothered modeling this? You've done all of this. That kind of scared me. I won't lie. That isn't the 710 sounds on this game aren't too pleasant. I won't lie. I hope they get updated at some point. We've got the whatever this is meant to be. This is the West London line, but then it branches off here. Yeah, goodness knows. Anyway, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. I've recited the stations. I ranted about the deleted comment, and I've looked at the map. So yeah, now I can go outside and do the outro. And that, my people, concludes this commentated drive. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below, and it's highly appreciated. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. So the next video will be a HUD-Less run up between here and Woolsden. It will be a HUD-Less run. Yeah, that will be next. So I'll catch you guys then, whenever that will be. Love.